Total Pro Sports presents the 15 most unlikely Super Bowl heroes ever. When you think of past Super Bowl champions, you instantly think of the quarterbacks of those teams. John Elway, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, and many others. But some players have careers defined by one play, and that has happened to many Super Bowl heroes who no one expected much of. Here are the top 15 unlikely Super Bowl heroes ever. Number 15, Deion Branch. Branch bounced around in his career, but his best years came with the New England Patriots. Still, a team that had Brady as a quarterback and a defense loaded with future Hall of Famers couldn't outshine Branch. He helped the Patriots win their third Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles in 2005, catching 11 passes for 133 yards. Number 14, Malcolm Smith. Smith was an unknown hero for his interception of Colin Kaepernick's red zone pass to Michael Crabtree in the 2013 NFC Championship. Smith wound up as Super Bowl MVP with a 69-yard pick six off Peyton Manning to put the game away in the second quarter. He also scooped up a Demaryius Thomas fumble. Number 13, Adam Vinatieri. How often is it where a kicker can be a hero in 3 games? Always remember that the Patriots dynasty was carried by clutch Vinatieri field goals that brought them to Super Bowl games. He kicked game winners against the St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 36, against the Carolina Panthers in Super Bowl 38, and his lone field goal against the Eagles in Super Bowl 39 was the difference. Number 12, Tracy Porter. Porter, a cornerback journeyman throughout his career, has been a forgotten commodity for many teams throughout his career. That's fine, his legacy is set. His interception off Peyton Manning in Super Bowl 44 clinched the New Orleans Saints their first title in franchise history. It remains one of the most iconic plays ever. Number 11, Antwaan Randle L. The Pittsburgh Steelers' steel curtain defense was the main reason they won Super Bowl 40 against the Seattle Seahawks. But that effort may have been all for nothing if it weren't for wide receiver Antwaan Randle L. With Pittsburgh up 14-10 in the fourth quarter, Randle L took a reverse and threw a 43-yard touchdown to Hines Ward to clinch the game with a 21-10 victory. Randle L played QB in college, so remember kids, always play 2 positions. Number 10, Larry Brown. Though the cornerback led the Dallas Cowboys to 3 Super Bowls in the 1990s, his career didn't impress fans the way the likes of Troy Aikman, Leon Lett, and Michael Irvin did. Still, Brown's 2 interceptions off Steelers quarterback Neil O'Donnell in Super Bowl 30 led him to winning MVP honors, putting a cap on the Cowboys dynasty. Number 9, Desmond Howard. 1,597 receiving yards is what the elite wide receivers put up in a season, but those were Howard's career totals. But his performance in the Packers' 1997 Super Bowl win against the Patriots is what really defined his career. With the Packers up 27-21 in the third quarter, Howard had a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, which basically closed out the game. The Packers wound up winning 35-21 thanks to Howard's heroics. Number 8, Max McGee. McGee proved that curfews and hangovers are overrated. In the first ever Super Bowl, McGee was benched for staying out too late and complaining of what was clearly a hangover. McGee had to replace injured receiver Boyd Dowler, and all he did was end up catching the first pass in Super Bowl history, while finishing the game with 7 catches, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Green Bay won the first Super Bowl 35-10. Number 7, Otis Anderson. While everyone wants to remember Buffalo Bills kicker Scott Norwood for missing the game-winning field goal in Super Bowl 25 against the New York Giants, it was an unknown name who won it. Running back Otis Anderson is well known today, but wasn't very famous despite the talents he displayed with the G-Men. In Super Bowl 25, he had 102 yards and a touchdown which culminated in Anderson taking home the Super Bowl MVP. Number 6, Malcolm Butler. From undrafted rookie to Super Bowl 49 hero, Patriots quarterback Malcolm Butler wasn't much of a name in the NFL before his game-sealing interception. Sadly for Butler, people won't compliment his game-winning interception as much as they'll criticize Seattle for not running the ball with Marshawn Lynch at the 1-yard line. Still, great play, kid. Number 5, Mike Jones. The most hated name in the history of the Tennessee Titans fan base will probably never be replaced. The St. Louis Rams won their first Super Bowl back in 2000 against the Titans, but it may have not happened if Mike Jones didn't tackle Kevin Dyson at the 1-yard line on the last play of the game to prevent overtime. 9 career sacks and 8 interceptions in 183 games isn't sexy, but his play sure was. Number 4, Timmy Smith. Do 3 career touchdowns and 3.2 yards per carry spell a career superstar? Nope, not one bit. But Timmy Smith's effort for the Washington Redskins against the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 22 has cemented his legacy. Smith rushed for an NFL record 204 yards and added 2 touchdowns as the Redskins blew out the Broncos. Number 3, Doug Williams. Williams played 5 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and 4 with the Washington Redskins. He had a solid career with 16,998 yards and 100 touchdowns with 93 interceptions. But no one expected him to deliver one of the most amazing performances in Super Bowl history when the Redskins QB threw a Super Bowl record 340 passing yards to go along with his 4 touchdowns. Number 2, Dexter Jackson. Jackson played just 9 years in the NFL, but his impact was made in Super Bowl 37 when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ran past the Oakland Raiders for their first title in franchise history. The little-known safety won MVP after picking off Rich Gannon twice, helping the stingy Bucs defense shut down Oakland's prolific offense. And number 1, David Tyree. The greatest catch in NFL history and the man who led the biggest upset in NFL history is our number 1 unlikely Super Bowl hero. Eli Manning's desperate heave downfield to David Tyree set up the giant Super Bowl 42 upset of the 18-0 New England Patriots. Tyree's helmet catch was magnificent, but he also had a touchdown earlier in the same quarter to put the Giants in position to win. Tyree was yelled at in practice during the 2007 season for dropping passes and was only in the game for his blocking skills. 650 yards, 54 catches for 4 touchdowns. Not a great career, but there won't be many more bigger heroes in sports than Tyree. And that's it for the 15 most unlikely Super Bowl heroes ever. But wait, we're not done with you yet. In the comments below, we want to know, what was the greatest Super Bowl moment ever? And for more cool videos, click subscribe.